let the conversation begin. Great. Now my channel is about extending the bars of success, and success is not complete because I see it as a combo. Success for me is a combo that has relationship and marriage, finance and business, health and spirituality.
Sure.
So until these whole areas are captured, success is not completely captured. So as a combo, we want to pay attention to the area that relates to relationship and marriage.
Okay.
And I've come to know that the major cause of argument in marriage many a times is finance. I don't know what you think. That's why I brought you here. What do you think?
Well, when you talk about well, marriage is one interesting topic I've just decided to delve into of recent, and I've come to realize that let me start by saying this. Somebody posted something on Facebook, and she asked, what are the things that causes conflict in marriages? And I discovered that from the answers that majority of the people, I can't remember the number of people now that responded, but majority said finance. In fact, finance was like topmost. Then the other one, some said sex, what I would rather want to call love making, and then infidelity or something like that. But finance was the major thing. So I agree with you that money has always been an issue when it comes to marriages, and it's just very simple. When people don't understand, one, what marriage is, and two, they don't understand the role of money in marriage, there is bound to be conflict. Serious one for that matter. Yes.
Okay. Especially our audience that have, majority of our audience are young people that are intending to get into marriage. Sometimes a lady will say, I love you the way you are, no matter how much you have. If you are living in the hole, I love you till death do we part. But I have come to discover that to some extent it is till death.
Not death.
Till death, then we part. Which means that there is a role.
A limit.
There is a role that money plays in romance.
Yeah.
So, what's your view?
Well, when a lady tells you, I don't know the audience we are talking about now, because for my background, I don't want to just talk from the religious background.
No.
Okay, so I want to be open, because this is an open discussion.
Yeah.
Good. So let's fire on. Now, when a lady tells you, I love you the way you are, it's because she has faith. It's because she is seeing the evidence of things hoped for. She believes that, well, maybe another 1 year, 2 years, if I struggle with him, if we suffer together, he's going to become something. But the mistake most men usually make is that I love you the way you are. It's not that you should remain the way you are. They're two different things. So if she's coming to you for the first time, you're meeting anywhere you meet or anyhow you meet, and then she says, I love you the way you are, she believes that in 1 year, this guy will change now. The way we're in day now, no be so, permit my language, but the way we're in day now, no be so it will be in another 5 years. It is when you are now the same way you have been from the first day, in 2 years, in 3 years, in 5 years, she will look, no. Then it's no longer till death do us part. It is now till death do us part. Because at that point, she has seen that there's no prospect in this guy. So conflict will begin. Also, at that point, what you term romance, see, there is no true romance without finance. That is the truth. The Bible said that money answered all things, including, because why I say so it is, on a very serious note, why I say so it is, if you have a lot of debt you are carrying as a man, you have a lot of responsibilities you're not being able to meet up with, there is no way you will be able to have an erection even in the other room. In fact, the person will automatically have erectile dysfunction, because you want to make love to your wife, for example, now, and then you remember that you are owing somebody money. Depending on the amount of money you are owing, it will just kill your morale. Your skill and everything that you think you know will just die at that point. So it is very important that the man that is going to marriage and the woman that is telling the man, I love you the way you are, they both need to understand that, one, she's saying so because she believes in you. Women have this, this ability to exhibit faith. Permit me to use the word faith, though I'm not looking at the religious background now. But she has the ability to believe that, look, this man has prospects. They can see more than what we men see. But that doesn't mean that you as a man should remain at that level. you should now make effort, to come out from there, so that when the romance is supposed to come up, annoyance will not come up because there is no finance.
All right. The essence of this conversation is to guide people, including those that are already into marriage, but much more those that are intending to get into marriage.
Put on the table the issue of money, the topic of money. For example, how much do you earn as a man? How much do you earn as a woman? What are the things that you think you can do that will increase your stream of income? Particularly for those who are getting into marriage now, this is very important. If you don't have any plan to increase your stream of income, there's a big problem, because anybody who is operating in this economy now, anywhere in the world, and has not come to understand that one stream of income cannot sustain you, then the person is missing it. Even if you go to the Bible, you discover that when God created the Garden of Eden, he made 4 streams to sustain the Garden of Eden. So the issue of money must be placed on the table. It's not just a matter of how many children you want to have, where are we going to stay, and the rest of that. But how much are you earning? How much am I earning? How do we expand our income level? And the rest of that. What are the things or items that we know will take money away from us? How do we intend to balance these things? You see, these issues is not just a matter of discussing anyway.
Let me even cut you, because you mentioned the number of children. I think the finance, to some extent, is supposed to determine the number of children. Not the number of children determining the finance, because a lot of people don't put all of these things into consideration when they want to. They say the Lord giveth. You understand? As long as the woman is able to accept the distance, I think we need to factor finance when we are planning the number of children. Imagine somebody that is earning XYZ amount of money that is not enough to take care of 2 people. And then the person is planning to have a very large family of maybe 7 children, including the man and the wife, 9.
You see, the challenge is that a lot of men actually, they allow their erection to give them direction.
Erection?
Yes, to give them direction.
That's the thing from below their waist.
I didn't say so.
No, now that is, they leave their brain, and then instead of their brain to be up, it is now below their waist.
Different, yes.
Okay.
Yes, where the brain is different. Because in fact, let me put it this way. It may sound very funny, but I read a post on Facebook some days ago, and somebody said that even the God that made the whole world has only one child.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. But you that don't have a plot of land, you have 7 children. So it makes it very baffling when you see people who are not wealthy having children, just like that. Even those who are wealthy or well-to-do, they still understand the place of finance when it comes to children or childbearing. Why? Because they want to give the best education, the best life to their children. So it's not just a matter of the Lord giveth and the Lord, giveth, not take it now, but the Lord giveth. But then you should also know that the same Lord who giveth told us that wisdom is profitable to direct. So in as much as the Lord giveth, you can say, Lord, the one you have given is okay. Let me stop here. Let me proceed from there.
I think there's something I've observed. People that are financially okay tend to have fewer children these days.
Yes.
Than those that are financially broke.
Yes.
What do you think is
It's because those who are financially okay have a lot of things that they are doing. They are very productive. John 15 verse 2 says, the vine that is bringing forth fruits, the master purged so it can bring forth more fruit, because that vine is productive. But the one that's not productive, he cuts it away and then is cast out. Now, when that one is cast out, he gets himself involved in other things. For those who are not well-to-do, we are not castigating them, but this is the truth. This is uncensored talk. For those who are not well-to-do, you discover that their activity that they used to pass time is making children. But those who are well-to-do, they know that it's not all about children. It's good to have children, but they are thinking, how can I make impact in my community? How can I make impact in my environment? If it's a church, how can I make impact in my church? If it's a mosque, and it's in my office. So their mind is engaged with activities that will bring about productivity. But these other ones, because they don't have anything that is occupying their mind as per being productive, they just feel, Madam, come here, yeah, we'll go inside. Next tomorrow, Madam, come here, we'll go inside. It's not like that.
But sometimes, sorry, I had to cut you. Sometimes, I think Some women, they are responsible in a way.
Okay.
There's a particular story, a true life story. The lady has a husband that is really trying to keep the family in a very good shape.
Yeah.
And then because of those activities, the husband is not always
available
and stuff like that. While there's another lady that also has her husband, but the husband is always available, not because he wants to be available, but because he's not really busy. And then this other lady now is like, you don't love me. You know, the interpretation of love for women is different from interpretation of love for men. So as long as the man is always around me, which many a times used to mislead ladies.
Sure.
Because I've come to know that, permit me, I may be wrong, a man that is too caring may not be a serious man. That is too caring. The sense of too caring, I mean, you are always available.
247.
You are always too caring. Is the man that is not really busy.
Yeah.
A man that is busy is expressing his love and trying to make the woman very comfortable. So to some extent, I want to fault the ladies because they want you to always be there. Are they praying for your business to crash?
Women like attention.
Okay.
We need to give it to them. What's his name? Something Coleman wrote a book, and it mentioned the 5 love languages. There is one that is very peculiar to women, and that is attention. They want you to always be there. But madam, I cannot always be there. That's the truth. I need to go and look for money. I need to attend to other matters outside. But then, I think that is where the issue of communication comes in. Before getting into marriage, for those who are getting into marriage now, before getting into marriage, you need to sit down and discuss. What is your definition of love? What is my definition of love?